Okay, so I have this template here that I'm going to package up. This is something that I came up with years ago to replicate the paint bars that I had in TradeStation 2000. And I thought that was amazing. It was called Easy Language. You were able to put a color on there. And this way, somebody would just say, well, when it's this color, I'm just going to buy every down bar that closes down. And just can see on the line chart here, you just buy every pullback, right? So it's a beautiful trend system. This is the, I call it kind of cloud trading, but this is smooth Ashi. This is the first thing I posted when I had a smooth Ashi thing over on Google Plus. I don't know, they blew that up. So that's where I think I triggered ICT, is he was on Google Plus, and that's my first encounter where people wanted to kill me, murder me. So that goes back. But this is at this point on the chart, because this is the 15-minute chart, and I'm on the Swiss franc. Obviously, the trend traders would be triggered to say, if this color, the color switch is going to be, although I have about, oh geez, I'm gonna package up this template that I'm running, and it's going to include the template and the indicator that's you're going to need to invoke the template to get it to look. And I actually have some redundant indicators on here, but it's all about the layering. So the last one here I think is on top. Yeah, the last one's on top because I put the moving average of one period on top of everything in yellow. All these stacked the way they are now, you could pull out any one of these and you could change the color scheme. And this is kind of just random. Now, there was one point that I took the code, and if you look in the code, I drilled down on this, you're going to see that geez, where's my editor? It didn't come up there. Okay. I don't know. It's sitting behind something. Here we go. Okay, so inside of here, you can change the width of these bars. And if you ever see this say mode here, it can't say mode. It has to say price. So the first version of this had a bug, and I just refixed it again. I'm chasing the same bug down over and over again. But if it has to say price here, and this gives you the indicators listed by the name of the indicator is calling out this method, and the period. So a long period moving average is 4 periods. The method of doing it is in MetaTrader code. Like, how is it doing this? It's either going to be, I think this might be a smooth moving average. Then there's a linear weighted. So I think it's the methods that MetaTrader uses. So number 4 would be a linear weighted, and 1 is simple moving average. Pretty sure. And 2 would be smooth, and then maybe 3 is exponential. But it does make a difference. And this is a way to do histogram moving averages. And the beauty of this for me is that, here's the width. I think this will change the width, but you might have to change it somewhere else also. So if you're going to mess around with this, which I spent quite a few hours messing around with these, and putting the faster moving average being narrower, so you can actually see, it becomes like this 3D looking chart. But here it's not. Everything's the same width, so you're stacking this complicated. So if you go to the 5-minute chart, this big dramatic move here, it starts to go bullish, but it never, so it's, that's quite a move. Let's get rid of this thing so we get more screen run on this. And then we'll run this in a strategy tester, this template. But its structure would still matter. Vacuums would still matter. I guess it would be a comfort in some sense. It looks pretty, right? You just go, oh, that's fucking. And you can play around with, see this little white poking through? That's because there is a non-directional, I think, white background that just peeks through, because it just so happens that one method on that one moving average is enough to tip it into to make the indicator respond like this. So this is a 4 hour. So the 4 hour you'd be buying, right? You should be buying, but is it turning? This is the big question in these systems. On the 4 hour chart here, I don't think you really get you're getting chopped to death. On the daily, like picture this, as soon as the color switches here, you start to sell. All you do is sell like a goober here. This is the reason why no nonsense is the answer for a lot of people, because they just want to be able to say, dude, can I just sell this rally here? Is this a good place to sell? Does it have the criteria? Does it meet this magical criteria that everybody's looking for? Is it, can I trust this? Here's a rally into the blue, sell. A rally into the blue, sell. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, a little bit here, because this tells you that, and actually we should have the bars on top of this, I think, but it's the Williams fractals on there too, kind of giving you the fact that there is a spike here. You can't see it. So even if you sold here and you trail your stop too tight, you got stopped out and you didn't get to ride that down. Here you know that the market came back to here, so you could have just done a good old structure. But if you want the confluence, you're only selling on this down, right? This is a nice giant win because you're selling in the trend, but the limit guy that's buying this plunge for this retracement is making money too. Or you're cashing out here when you realize, wow, that is insane. We are in this void. It's probably going to come back. Let's get the hell out of the way. And it's just one of these, and that's a amazing kind of trend where, and I don't think you have a moving average past 4 period on here. By the way, once you get the 5 period moving average, in my opinion, you're just banging your nuts against, it's not right. It's not, you can't take advantage. Like if you're waiting for the movie crossover of 13 crosses the 21 or something, I don't know, it's just too long. Here you're in, like you would be start go short right there, wouldn't you? This would be I start sell here, or I get out here when it changes color. I mean, this is like textbook trend trading. Oh, sure, I sold that this is the daily, so I'm short for 2 months. So it's no fucking no-brainer, right? And you'd buy this pullback. Actually, you would have made money there. It's kind of funny that so it's a very fast-moving average. The envelope is tight, and you're in that trade. Like here, you could buy this pullback and say, yeah, that was great. Got in here. We had a top become a bottom. We were in a trend uptrend according to this indicator, and we bought this pullback. It turned blue, so here's where you get a little whipsaw. But then here, perfect entry, pulls back into the cloud. You're off. So you pull back into the cloud as soon as it changes color. Here's where you get your crushed. And at this point, aren't you going to say, I wish I had a longer moving average so I could avoid all that noise and we'll just buy here on dips. All right, but then my indicator here that the 4 period, you're making it back. You buy this dip, you buy this dip, you buy this dip, and here you kind of made a little chop at one last giant. You're supposed to buy this dip, and you do. And you're actually selling kind of into the blue here. I mean, this is probably as good as it gets for no nonsense trading. Honestly, you don't have to fucking there is nothing else. And this actually has the high and the low included in it, this Heiken Ashi. So that's the other thing. Whereas the clothesline here is literally closed. The fractals are the real wicks. And you could put the wicks on top. But I'm using the fractals to call out the wick tips, right? We know that's a big deal there. And I think that, see the indicator, I don't know, it's kind of covering. I should probably get the fractals on top here. I'll have to change that. So let's change it now. The way it's stacked in here is going to be the way it shows up, because I don't want to send out the wrong indicator. So always delete all the objects before you save. Oh, well, that was the same thing. But delete all the objects on the chart to make sure you don't save any stuff you drew. We'll delete the fractals. We'll re-add the fractals. Okay. Delete Arama. You could leave it off, but I kind of, at this point, because I don't have my wicks on top, which skinny little wicks, but I just love the clothesline and I love that cloud shit. And I really don't care about the wicks. I would have another chart for that. I wouldn't want to mess up this cloud rainbow thing. And like I said, you can change the colors and make it anything you want, but I try to make it blue down because I think that's kind of cold, and then warmer colors going up. And you could have white line on top, or you could put the yellow, kind of more like a road line. And there's going to be times on this. Now, if you could easily see the 100 pip range here. So these wick to wick's 100 pips, and if you're going to buy the pullback here, and you got to stop, this is a 25 pip grid, so you get about a 25, 50 pip stop on that. And you're looking to make, well, I guess break even to here, and then here's your big, buying this pullback is as good as it gets. Daily dollar Swiss. Not a lot of trades. Here you're short, you sell, you sell, you sell. It's all great until you sell here. This is your bad signal. You sell here. But you got to ask yourself, when they touch these wick tips here and you've already filled in this, what do you think is going to happen next? Could it possibly go the other way? Like when it gushes into this void, it's over, and then it's chop city. This is pretty boring trading. The big gust here, where people are already long. It's tensions building in this direction. It pops, but it's really once it fills that, it's over. So everybody's in here, and the only kind of, let's say this is just a random, I just made this cloud up. There's nothing special about the way. You could just say, oh, I'm selling this indicator. You can sell it all you want. Buy my indicator with the 100 pip grid. Okay, yeah, but it's just stupid, right? You just make your own. And can you imagine selling shit like this? I can't. Like, dude, here, and it also includes like a decoder ring. It doesn't mean you're going to make any fucking money anyways. You could just easily buy this big giant haul here. And you could say, well, on the daily. Now, you would also say that during this haul, when this changes color here, you go to the 4-hour chart and you look for this, like the thing is trending up on that 4-hour. So it's different here because it's just closing prices into the cloud. You're already one rhythm away. If you're trying to see both time frames, so you're just looking for sells here the whole time. Not that you don't get burned here, and there's probably a wick up there. I forgot what I was doing there. We're going to go back to I got to add this fractals because I don't want to put the bars on top. We just want to see what's going on with the damn, with this silly. That's the Williams fractal is good for. It's just giving you these swing lows, swing highs of the very edge of the market. Let's see. Bill's got his own fucking thing here, but stay away from the alligators. All this other stuff is pure fucking bullshit. I'm so sorry. This is bullshit. These things is too fucking complicated, dude. It's got to keep it simple, real simple. Okay, now we sell the wick tips. This one jumped on top. Man, there's no fucking, really? There's not one fractal on this smash down. That's crazy. So here we know, by looking at the fractals that are on top now, that these are This is the reversal points. So that's nice to see. Now it looks like actually messier. I can see all these little... But that's the truth of it. The closing price is sometimes is a little offset by 1 day. So we're closed down, but then we wick down lower. It doesn't, you can't just buy and sell because it's up and down. So without seeing the bar here, the Williams fractal gives us this beautiful, this is like 1 day up right to the peak. We know this is a peak. We know this is a turning point. And it's just so fast. It doesn't call out this wick though. That's kind of weird. So there must be something going on in here. And this is going to keep you from over trading. This is the other thing about these filters, is you always don't get a good setup. On the 4 hour, if you go to the 4 hour chart, you're going to say, you have to say different things and look for different trades. These are going to be shorter because this always, and if I go to the weekly chart, you say, well, it's no brainer. You just fucking sell here. You sell that for fucking half a year. All right. But still, there's all sorts of trading going on in here. I'm sure that this is a 100 pip grid for these big dark lines. I mean, that's crazy. Like, look at this beautiful triangle. Supposedly in an uptrend, according to your indicator rules, your trend trading rules, you're buying this dip, you buy this dip, you buy this dip, but then it goes terribly wrong here. Triangulates. This is complete meltdown. Here's a false kind of start. Well, we're going in an uptrend again. No. Here's a beautiful entry. This is textbook. Doesn't get any better than this. Especially you're down in this unfair value. You finally turn. You get the pull back into this very short-term period moving averages. Is beautiful. Here you kind of don't. Here you got to take the money and run. That's a pretty good trade there. But actually, I don't know if you can run this indicator at MT5, but if you can, you could do a 2 hour chart, a 3 hour chart, a 6 hour chart. And you could do a 12 hour chart. Then you could really say, okay, I find this to be a safe entry. And of course, on this one, you'd have to put limitations here. Like if I buy here, probably got a 50 pip stop, but you just made 200 pips. And 2 weeks just cutting into these insane prices that people are selling into. So these are giant swing trades. You made that trade for like 2 weeks. I suppose you'd sell right now. I mean, you should be selling. It turned blue. You got a top, become a bottom. It's just, how far is this thing going to overshoot? Should I sell it on? You should probably sell it Monday, Sunday night. It's the end of the week, so your trades only come up. This is no nonsense trading, and the fact that he doesn't want to look at a weekly chart is kind of silly, because if you're trying to smooth out an indicator, just go up a time frame. Why try to smooth out the indicator? The real life's already smoothed it out. Like time just, this is a weekly chart. I go to the monthly chart. Oh, it's gonna. But look at this. It's just so, this is the one trade you've been waiting your whole fucking life for, to sell into this blue fucking cloud here and just be like, dude, I got a trade for you. You sell right here. Like this is, you sell a trading course, and you only have, so on your web page, you start the data set here. And I would say, let's just finish the data set here. And I'll say, this is an indicator. I'm going to sell this for $1,000. You sell here, you sell that rally. You just hold that. Maybe you trail a stop. When it switches color, you buy that pullback, you buy that pullback, you buy that pullback. $1,000. You can have that indicator. I won't let you see this shit. You're not allowed to look at this. It's like fucking Dominion shit here. Sorry, you can't see no, I don't know what the password. We lost the USB. It's crazy. But once again, I mean, this is just gobs of money. in an insane, look at this sell here. But then here it's a little, okay, you're buying this here, but a little turns blue on you, but good buy still. Buy here, not so good. Buy here, kind of iffy. Good buy, no, not a good buy. Yeah, I guess it's buying, yeah. You make some money here. So this is a textbook curve fitted situation, just like this, but this would I would sell. Get my book on how to trade, how I made this much money with this indicator or this pace of moving average. And I got in here, I got out there, and there you go. $1,000. Thank you very much. Do I need more of a track record than that? Do I have to join the Robbins Cup and go up against ICT with this indicator? What do I need to do here? You know, it would be long right now. You would have bought last month here based on the what's going on right now. You should be long. Oh, there you go. Okay. But then how many tickets, how many contracts are you doing? Like, there's a nice little, that's a cute little sell right there, but all of a sudden turns on you. You really have, but then these wicks. I mean, this is just blow you up. I mean, you think you're buying here, you can survive, especially if you see the fractal come after so it closes down and then they wick you out and then it goes up. You're like, Jesus fuck, you know. And how are you gonna execute these trades? Are you really gonna do it on closing price? Because if you sell here, it's gonna be sold at the market. I think that's a fractal. They might have wicked you out. Can't tell, it's too much compressed data here, but I wanted to run the, oh shit, I just should have run the whole thing here, widescreen. That's stupid. Because this strategy tester, which is going to run, takes up too much space. That looks more feasible here. So I made the indicator so that it looks good at this zoom level. Now, when you zoom in, it's a little more, here's your buy, right? You could also rewrite the indicator so it's really fat wicks here, and I think these might be, that black bar might be bigger, so maybe it is 3D. Maybe these are different sizes because I'm seeing the, okay, candles on top. Oh, okay, that's the candles on. Okay, so here's pure bars. That's what I was seeing. So here's pure bars, and here's your candles. Oh, you can put the candles on top. It's smoother looking like this. I like it. I don't think it makes it. Yeah, you can barely see the candles. Ultra zoom. Let's see what you do here on the this indicator. If I'm gonna run this on the strategy tester, there's gonna be so much math. This thing runs so slow. We'll have to run the indicator at hyper speed now and play back. I'm just gonna use the good old fashioned MetaTrader's free robot. Should be in here. I don't think I deleted it here. 2014. It's kind of an old one, but it should run. I'll do the 1 hour chart. Let's see if we could take trades on this cloud system. Oh shit! I didn't save I didn't save it. Wait, please hold. So I didn't save all those edits I did on the goddamn indicator with the fractals on top and blah blah blah. I'd be like that Greta girl, that climate change girl. I guess she woke up on the spot. Okay, so I'm going to run this. What data? Oh, just $1. 2018 to 2021 on the 1 hour chart, and trying to use this no nonsense cloud, Heiken Ashi smooth cloud. Oh shit. Oh, that was fast. Okay, we didn't have it on visual mode. Blew the account up though. Look at that. Trades like shit. MetaTrader. Alright. The robots are hopeless. So while it's loading, we gotta put in this fancy template. I'm going to run this thing at top speed. 31. It's doing pretty good. If your computer's slow, though, I got so many layers of this thing in here. We should be buying, right? 1 hour chart, but coming into Asia, you know. Let me go max speed. All right, so this should be easy, right? We're long. We're long because it's in the fucking, the cloud says we should be. Buy that pullback. Okay, Asia, let's cash out. As soon as it wicks up past this fractal, I'm getting out because it's fucking in the goddamn sell zone. But yeah, we could buy that pullback. We're still long. But see, that's why you have to sell up here. Because look at that. Now you're looking for any rally to sell into. You should be ready to hit the sell button. Because it's blue. Okay, you're short. I'd start cashing out. I mean, something. Take 5 pips. Now you're supposed to buy. You have to change your mind now because the indicator's saying you got to sell. You should be selling. I'm sorry. You should be buying any pullback. So you just bought that pullback when it closed. And you know you got filled on that because you see the fractal. We're still long. Still long. Okay, and you're taking out the high of the previous day, so I'd already be thinking we should sell here on some kind of scalp. It's still punching away. Okay, I'm short because we just took out that fractal. So my limits got filled on that just because it's a new high. And you could have bought right there into the cloud. So it made sense from the and you short that fractal. So we're short right now. And we got to cash out when it comes back to this. When it comes back to this, we got to cash out on something. Still waiting now. Take profits on that. But then again, you would have bought this pullback because it closed in the cloud. So you're long. And I'm short. And I'm going to cash out on this. So I'm short into that. And the trend traders are still long because they just, it's an uptrend. Can't you see? What are you, retarded? So I'm short, kind of getting killed there. I won't make money till it comes back to here. All right, I'm cashing out. And the trend traders should be buying that. Get a first glimmer of the trend change here. The color changes a little bit, so the quality of the trade's kind of going down. I mean, how long can you get these perfect? But this is a great, there's a guy that sent me an email, not kidding. He's like, oh, that makes so much fucking money. I'm like, yeah, I know. Now, this is the answer because the short-term moving average closing prices, we can put fucking some, it's based on, you gotta be kidding. Okay, so, I cashed out here. Now I'm like, all right, let's sell this. It's blue. Let's get ready to sell. Sell any rallies. That's perfect trend trade right there. Sold because it's blue. You can see that little white poking through in the background. That's one of these candles is white. It's all layered in there. But I'll post this version here. I messed with this one time. There's got to be fucking 80 combinations of how these are layered in. I just threw these on top. I fucking just randomly stacked it. I mean, it's kind of got a cute little, once it gets in the change of color. And I'm guessing you could come in here and say, I got it dialed in. So the first, and I didn't really pay attention, but if you start with a long moving average and stack the faster ones on top and knowing which one's fast, so here's where I kind of get chopped up. But I probably just bought this plunge zone just for the scalp of 10 pips. I'm sorry, this is a 25 pip grid. So if I bought this, I'm buying into that all the way to here, and I kind of want to come back to here to make that. So here you kind of had a chance to go into the short position, and it was That's a 1 hour chart. Good sell there though. Man. $0. I'm definitely buying this plunge. Like, this is going to be crazy if we hit here. So here's where you really have to load up. Kind of a late sell into the trend, the cloud there, so a little suspicious. So here's Asia. Possible retrace to here now. But then again, the trend traders they're right. I mean, or the smooth trend, you know, is correct. It is going down. Okay, but this is Europe's going to open. We could retrace all. Okay, I'm cashing out. I'm cashing out. I got to take something because I bought heavily into this last bit. Now I'm buying again. And if you put a longer period moving average, I'm not saying you can't put a 5 on there and a 6, but it becomes kind of ridiculous. But it is going to cut down on your trading and the filters. It'll also get you in a little bit. So if we smooth it out one more level, we went to a 5 or a 6 moving average, which you could just make your own version, your own color, but it would eliminate this attempt to sell. On the 1 hour chart, I would do it. On that daily chart, I would never go longer than. So you can definitely stretch it out. Like, supposedly you're selling here and here, but then, like I said, this area, once you get down there, and look at how it wicks it, and then comes down and goes lower. 5 hours, like 6 hours later, it comes down here. Okay, you could have bought this pullback and this pullback into the cloud and claimed, you know, this is a fucking trend system. You don't need any you don't need volume and all that bullshit. Well, how much volume is there? Well, it's not part of your decision. Well, it is. I mean, how many fucking things do you need to have stack up? Well, see, it's wrong here. It bought here. But look how it retraced. If I held this for 1 day down here, this is as many pips. It's more pips than this trend sell. What makes more pips? Buying below here for 50 pips and taking it back to here, or getting in here and just making this many pips. Now, I guess that's almost the same amount of pips. That's the last trend trade entry. All right, your sell right here, you're able to make 50 pips, or you're buying below here and you're able to make 50 pips. Now it's tanking below here. Buyers galore. Trend traders are still, if you're holding this position, you're up almost 100 pips. And I'd be very suspicious about any kind of continuation past this deep fractal that goes back a few days. So you will come up on this low of this day. You'll see this, whatever you want to call it, liquidity or order blocks. And once they tag those and bag those, but they re-tag and bag those things all the time. I'd be the trend traders, to me that trend's over. And it's about the fact that we're under here, or under this price now. Okay, I'm just scalping out. So I just made, to me, the highest probability trade has to be for the structured traders to buy below here. Just keep buying until it makes back to here, cash out. So the trend traders get on there. And here's the Asian session. Still looking for more retracement. And I'd still put buy limits down here because, yeah, this trend system's doing pretty good. I think I might go to a 5 period moving average to smooth it out a little bit. But then you're kind of this buy this, but then look at this turnabout. As soon as you take out the high of the day, it just kind of drifts up and then kaboom. Now, I guess you could also say, if I see blue, I'll just hold the position I'm in. Here, I see this system's getting beat up right now. You couldn't take blind. If you buy this pullback, you get killed, right? So you bought this pullback thinking, and here there's no sell. It's only times like this when you get this perfect setup. This is a great buy. Here it really is confusing. I guess this is you can justify this entry, but then it's I'm sure the market can't wait to spike down here and just go fucking nuts. And the days, or take out this. So you're always looking to sell above here, looking to buy below this day. This is the smallest volatility day. Oh, here we go. The robot was right. So I would come back and, like I said, on MT5, you could run a 2-hour chart. That's also smooth out the data without having to stretch out this indicator. Now we can go to the 4-hour chart, and this would be, you're only going to see about 2-3 good trades here, but these would be wide stop. You need a wide stop. Oh, this is a great trade here, buying this pullback. Still long. I could watch this thing all day. Let me stop this one, and we'll come in with a 4-hour chart. But it's all right. Keeps you from fucking. Once you have a 3-hour chart and a 6-hour chart, then you can lose your mind. Seriously, sit there and try every example. Let's take a look at this 4-hour chart. I think I'm at fastest playback possible. Okay, here was your buys that you missed. You missed all these great trades. Here's a sell. So here is a really conservative trend system. Your 4-hour chart and sell every rally into the 4-hour chart. When the colors, this is way less, and hey, here's a buy. Kind of a here's a sell. Here's a buy. A lot less trading. Buy. Now you're looking to buy. And if you're looking to buy, you got the justification. Okay, the color says I can buy any pullback here at the end of 4 hours. When 4 hours is done, it's not about it turning around, because you don't know if it's going to turn around. So you got to buy it every time it closes down. So you bought that pullback. And when it gets above here, it's going to be fucking crazy town, and you're going to have to get out, because there'll be scalpers galore looking to do a retracement trade where they sell into that. And it just comes back to this. This is going to be the classic situation. Okay, we're buying into this pullback. This 4-hour cloud trading. Then you would run this on multiple currency pairs, take the trades that you see, and I did this with the British pound. Maybe I'll set up a profile with the British pound in 4 panels, so you can see the pound against the yen, the pound against the pound against the pound CAD. All these people love to trade these things that move like incredible amount of pips. Shitty spreads, but amazing moves naturally. And so you have that running, and then you can look at I'll take the best of that, but you still got to figure, well, that's going to be a wide stop. That's 4-hour chart. Here, I bought this pullback and I bought this. So I'm long 2 contracts on the 4-hour here. Bought this into the uptrend. We're still in uptrend mode. This also makes your decisions. You may get whipsawed, but you're making decisions based on the system. It's a trading system, I guess. I don't think it must be a strategy. It seems like strategy is more like structures, but this seems like a trading rule list that you created for yourself. Now this is gonna be doable from a 4-hour standpoint, and from the daily, it's gonna be very doable because the decision's obvious. Like here, you're buying now. I would say if it's a 5 period, maybe kind of got trapped up, but you're still long. But then it's this, isn't it? Everything above here is a sell. It's always contradicting itself. I'm short right now. Okay, I just made 50 pips. So maybe you did go long here, but you got to know when it's time the party's over. There's no way it's going to keep. It's not going to just be like, oh, okay, buy and hold. I guess, but wouldn't you rather cash out here, buy on the when it comes back into the cloud, you buy? You probably aren't thinking if you sold this rally here that you could make this many pips if you just held that. I would have cashed out in here and then sold again. So you're kind of range trading. Uh, you're still range trading because you're still getting out where there's going to be the pullback into it. So you still got to get here. It's getting chopped to death. That market's quiet. I could still be short from the structure. Now I'm going to buy into this. I'm going to buy into this. I got buy limits all week long down here. Yeah, this is going to be just a gravy train of, okay, we're long right now. So I could make 75 pips from this move, stem to stern, from this fractal to this fractal, from wick to wick. Dumbass structure trade. This trend trading. Okay, you're supposed to sell now. It's blue. Okay. But, I'd rather put a sell limit up here, I think. In combination. I could also use this as a, I can see what other people are thinking, the trend traders. Oh, sell this rally, sell. It's turned blue. That particular guy that's trading that particular system. Hey, he's right. Look at this. Fucking A. Sold this. And this is always going to be the buy. Even if you're short during blue, you're going to cash out into here. Look at this beautiful trend trade. That was just exquisite. Now, we got to cash out. That is ridiculous. Yes, that was the fractal first cash out. It could keep tanking. But I bet there's people feasting on this. Well, the market just feasting on that. All the way back for another sell. And you keep selling into the blue. This keeps you from selling the breakout at least. So this is the market makers, the fractal entry, and then the trend traders are riding this big crush. And maybe they're still short, going, oh, it's just, as long as it's blue, just hold on to it. You don't have to get into another short. But there was a great cash out there, and I think it bounced 25 pips on that cash out. So you would have banked that. Go flat, bank, go flat. It's better to, if you can do it, to keep on 8 hours for a move, even if it's a supposed trend trade like this, where you sold into this and you're still short. All right, but you're gonna stay short when we go past this line? Hell, I'm already out. As soon as we took out this, and that's not even Willie's fractal, I'm like, we're out. And I'm sure there's some wicks on here that are hidden under this cloud. So actually I am filtering the volatility because only the most insane wicks are coming through here. Like that second wick that comes through here. It's right, these two lonely wicks. Buying here. Another bank of buy tickets here, I think, is needed. I think we're going to possibly, the trend traders, this cloud system is still short. Let's see it change color. Why are you going along? This is the big contradiction. Why are you going along? Well, I'm going along because it's so fucking ridiculous price. It's fucking bullshit. Anything below the here is fucking ridiculous. You gotta buy into that. And the trend traders gotta be scalp cashing out of that thing. I ain't gonna hold that. Okay, now I'm thinking about selling it. So at least this trend system makes it so you know what a pullback looks like. Okay, you're short. But here's where it becomes confusing because now it just says the trend system just said go long. The color just changed. Now what? or you're getting the first start of that color. You could do a better cloud than this. See that white's poking through because that has to do with another. Okay, it's based on the closing price. That white one just went away, I think, is closing price. Actually, you could put, it's endless what you could do to make this so each color scheme had a meaning to it. From the pure retracement strategy, I'm long from here. I'm waiting to cash out. So here's almost 40 pips right there. Easy 40 pips on that. I'm not going to sell anymore. I'm just going to buy. I'll load up behind under here and get in heavy. Okay, they're filling my tickets. We'll do the first scalp here, make 15 pips. Now I got a bunch of orders down here. Definitely tons below there, but that's way down. Another 4 hours drop looks like it's coming in. So the trend traders are going to say, yeah, well, fucking, they're winning, right? They're really winning because they sold this, they sold this. So sell. I go long under here, and if it ever gets to here, I go super long. Very long because of this. So another 50 pips are just super deep in. Trend traders are still. Man, if you sold here and you held it in the blue to there, so that is the. But the exit's here. But that's a nice clean 50 to 75 pips if you stay through that whole price pulse. You're supposed to sell here, but I wouldn't. So, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I could stay short now. I'd be so thinking, no, that looks like you usually get two price pulses in. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3. Here it's just screaming down. I mean, this is crazy, and these are great sells. I guess get ready to sell if it comes back to here where the structure meets the cloud. That's still a nice fit. That's nice 50 pips here. Okay, really going to buy more below this now. Trend traders are winning, so if you can ride that for the whole week down. This is another reason why, you see, ICT, he's like, can't he see these trades that trend trade? I mean, it makes money. What he's trying to do is say, well, there's a secret I know, and if anybody knew that I knew that they know that I know, they'd kill me. I mean, you could just say, it's this color I'm buying. It's just not too, it's not special enough. But these are great, classic structure. Here, sell. But see how buying below this fractal, wow, that is that's the place to make your 75 pips. It's also the place to cash out of your exquisite trend trade that you knew had to come to an end. Just can't, you're not going to stay blue. That's one thing you know for certain. It ain't going to stay blue all week. You sold here, and you didn't get out when we were down here. You're just down 75 pips right now. You are down in my opinion, you are down 75 pips because, hey, we bought down here. Now, you got a decent change of color coming up, but everybody's going to apply the pullback here. Fuck, I'm going to put buy limits in right now. But look at that. All the way back to that fractal. If you could handle this trade, if you even started buying here, you're killing these trend traders. You're kicking their ass. So market maker liquidity meets trend trader. Hey, trend traders are fucking on fire. But if you sold here and you never moved your stop, you never made 100 pips. buying this pullback into this other color, but who's not? Who's not just got a buy limit down here because they're like, dude, if we ever come back down here, give me some of that. Okay, I'm starting to get filled on the buys. The retracement's over. As soon as they took out that fractal, it's over. There's so many sellers up there for just to make the 20 pips, to make that 20 pip thing. Now you're buying on the cloud into this moving average. So it goes on, and you can probably just run this in Strategy Tester in the 4-hour chart and go, yeah, I can trust that. This is the end of the week. We closed off Friday. We went screaming up, and what's Monday going to be like? I'm thinking, well, let's just sell above here. And sure, the trend traders bought, I suppose, that first dippity-do on Sunday night, and they're long. It's going to be just like this, Joe. It's going to go up like this. It doesn't have to. Once you trigger that wick, that very top tick Tommy, it's coming back the other way. So just went short there. I'm up 50 pips. We could come all the way down to here. So there's 50 pips right there off that top wick. It's not bad. It's not a bad trade. And the buyers are coming in. That's trend traders buying that there. So everybody agrees. Top tick Tommy guys are making money. You're sitting here buying every pullback because the cloud says you should. You're in an uptrend. This is your bias. This is a 4 period is the longest moving average on the bias here. It's not bad. I can't think of I've seen it all. I can't think of a simpler system. Look at this top tick Tommy. He's up 75, almost 100 pips. I'm buying this pullback. Just because. But look at the color change. So here's another kind of false signal, I guess you could say. Kind of a lag. I just turned blue. Well, fucking A. Should I sell this rally? I don't know if I do that. Because now it looks like we're going to go in a Chopville, and it's just going to be, okay, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You're probably waiting to see this signal again. Oh, remember that time we sold here, and look at all these pips we made. Yeah. Well, I think it's just going to get all choppy now. I think that has to do with the fact that, this, you're kind of like in this thing like this. I definitely buy below that fractal though. Not really a rally to sell into though. It did turn blue and says you should be short. And look at it. There was no chance to pull the trigger here to go short though. But there you go. It's tanking. I'm long on that fractal though. I'm gonna just kind of trade the reversal point, and the sellers will come in on the. It's like for them, it's a rally into the cloud, so they'll start selling now. But I'm up 25 pips on that. That's a fair amount of trading, I suppose. More trades than I thought on the weekly. That's fucking. This is like 6 trades here this week. On this, I'm going to say that's a sell. That's a buy. Kind of buy near the end. 5 trades. I can say here's a buy, here's sell. Yeah. 5 or 6 trades a week. I don't know if I'd be looking to sell here into this cloud. This looks suspicious. I still want to buy it down here. I guess you can have this, even if you're trading. It's good to see what the momentum is. You're supposed to take this sell, by the way, because it's a rally into blue. You have to take that one. That's a trend trade. It looks like you get burned on that one, but you're supposed to take all these signals. But it looks like they're gonna rip it up. There's too much fuel off of that new low. Looks like a retrace. This is where it goes wrong. See, if you're selling, wait till 4 hours. I think it is a good sell actually. But now the colors changed, and I think you're gonna get chopped up now. You know, kind of hard to change your bias. Possibly every 4 hours coming up. Next 4 hours, you have to change your bias. Oh, I'm a boy. I thought it was a girl. No, it's him, her. Him, her. I saw this fucking judge in this Wittenauer case had to actually say, well, I told this him, her guy, did I get that right? Him, her? Are you fucking kidding me? Are we going to start getting rid of the Heiken Ashi because it's too Asian sounding? What the fuck? My indicator is sold for $1,000. Yeah, they just fucking deleted it. That's somebody who's offended by the fucking name of it. But there's a bug in this code, and the guy. So when I first did this, there was something wrong with it. It didn't look right, and somebody had the word mode instead of price in there, and some guy fixed it, and all that stuff's still on the internet. I just went to double check it. It's all still out there. Some guy goes, maybe this will help. So here's where it kind of gets beat up. You know, this indicator kind of gets beat up. It takes a buy, it takes a sell. We're supposed to go long. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Okay. But your mind wants to make it, you know, she seemed like a nice girl. I know she does a lot of heroin, but man, she's cute. And same thing here, you know. We're supposed to go short now. We're waiting for a sell. So trend trader's waiting for a sell, and I'm already long because it's just crashing down. Now this could be a little scary, and I don't know what's the left of me on this chart, but it looks like we're going to melt down, like it's just going to go nuts. The one thing we do know is that we just took out here in these, we just took out weekly lows, and I think it's going to be a bloodbath here. No chance to really hop on, no rallies into the cloud to take that trigger point entry. I'd have to buy into that. I just can't resist, and I'm not going to wait for this rally to sell. I want to get heavily long under this super new low and then just ride it back. But it does look cool. Let me go on one more time frame, and then I'm gonna have to go take a nap again. I'm tired. Fucking being alive, it just gets on your nerves. Oh, I can't sleep either, so maybe that's a problem. Yeah, too many stimulants. Let's go for the classic 15-minute chart. We tap into ICT's head on this one. The old 15-minute chart. Oh shit, let's slow it down with this fucking math. Wow, look at these buys. Buy, sell, buy, sell. It's a little rough. It doesn't, 15-minute chart, I wouldn't try it on the 15-minute chart. I just don't think you can. It's just too whipsaw. Forget about it. Maybe you put like a 20-period moving average on this. Nah, I don't think I could trade this. There's no fucking way. So one guy was asking about, does it work on a smaller time frame? Dude, nothing works on a smaller time frame. Look at this thing. Well, sure, if you went short here, yeah, like 15 minutes to get that trade on. Obviously, it's going to be a buy. Anything below the low of the day here is an obvious buy. I wouldn't even think of wasting my time. What are you going to sell here because it's blue? You probably get your head handed to you. I can't imagine. Well, I guess if you sold here, you're doing all right. You sold here. Yeah, there you go. Holy shit. I'm buying into this. This is 25 pips smash. Yeah, you would have bought here, here, and then you had sell here. So today it looks good. This day, you're supposed to buy that. Aren't you just long because it's below this day? And then the 15-minute chart. This isn't that hard to endure. I guess you could hold it and go, oh, look at it. It's the trend traders are on it, so I'm holding. A lot of reasons to rationalize the entry. Oh, here's Asia session. Okay, we trap these guys. Let's trap these guys. Oh, these guys got the worst trap. There's a sell. Sell. Okay, short. There you go. Fucking just paid the rent on that fucking. But who's not buying the low of the day? Got no one to get out. Like if you sold on the cloud here, it's over. Now you gotta buy. You get whipsawed. Yeah, this is tough sledding, man. This isn't just wow. No, you can't do it. It looks like maybe half hour you could get away with it, but that's it. A 5-minute chart when even you would just have to go for a 20 period moving average. Hey, look at it, nailed it here though. What am I saying? I guess if you wait, right, for this setup, would you really wait all day for this fucking setup? Would you just rather buy below here and go, okay, I just made that many pips, just reload. Fucking look at this thing, perfect. What do I know? It's perfect. Now every time I criticize it, it looks beautiful. Supposed to sell that. It's blue. Sell. Oh, look at that. But you can't really build a robot on this. You can't say, oh, sell, because then look at how he gets his ass kicked. He didn't cash out. You didn't take your 20 pips and run. You always got to take those 20 pips and run. And that's you get back in the chart. It's so easy to get back in the market. Don't worry, you can just get in right away for another ride into. Look at these sells. Now there's where you get burned because you sell these faint little things here. You sell that. You sell. I sold it. Where's blue? Yeah, they just ripped your face off. Like this is the better sell because it comes down hard up in the cloud. Like this buy. When the market's really flying, here's you got to nail it there. But there's buyers galore right in here. This will be crazy town here. It'll be like, whoosh. Come flying back up off of that. Yeah, trend traders sold that really. They got, let's see how many sells they sell. 4 or 5 sells. 6 sells. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. But there's the big rub. The low of the day here is triggered. The scalpers are in. You're still selling on the 15 because it's blue. So you got quite a bit of sells here. Jesus, that paid off. Down in the severe buyville. So here, this day, if your targets were set for 50 pips, which I don't know if many people's targets are set that high, but how often do you see the market drop that severe? That's so unsustainable. But it was a great, the bias was, you should be either holding short this whole time. Now, do you sell this rally? Oh, I guess. But it is going to be. Oh, there's about 35 pips here, 40 pips of buy. Yeah, see, they're going to crush you. You can't just, now you're supposed to buy on pullbacks now. But we're probably going to come back to here or something. Or certainly here was the big easy cash out. And the trend says that, sure, It agrees. Still need to go up. Okay, you're cashing out. You can use it for retracement because you could have this. Sure, you know you have to get out here. Sure, you were short. You were loving the trend bot. It was in there. Buy. But we satisfied into this floor, so that's worth a 25 pip ricochet. But it goes on and on. I'll put this in a zip file. You can make up all your, depending how you layer this thing, have it any way you want. That's the nice thing about it. You can just, it's a little prettier looking than just candlesticks, or these are candlesticks in a way because they do have the high and low involved in the painting. What determines the colors coming through. But yeah, I made this. This is my attempt at a trend system. I think, well, the only trend system I can think of even doing, because it's so simple. You got a color, you should be buying or holding when the color's there. That only goes wrong when the market is choppy, which means if you just take a trade without a signal or a pullback, or one more criteria, you know, the one candle rule or the one line rule. See, I would have gone long here just because, wow, this is getting a triangle, and look at confirmation of this. Like, this looks like a good buy. But you can still take your targets off. Right? Buy, but then, I can imagine what's going on without this. I do like the line chart. That's my favorite thing because it gives you the current situation. A big easy sell up here. And easy buy down here from just these kind of anchor prices that you could just count on. Always, that's always going to be a good trade. And this is another trend entry. Well, the color makes sense, and it's a pullback, and there you go. Cash out here, buy more there. All right, so I put it in the zip file. You have to load it in with a special technique. The template's on top, and then you got to go inside of T4, MQL4 to get into the indicators. You open that up. You have to install. I'm going to put all the versions I wrote, which is up to a 4 period. They're not all on this chart. Here's where it starts. Basically, these are the variations. So I'm going to put that in a folder. And then the template is what calls up the arrangement of all the indicators. That sits on top. So you have to put it in the root, kind of, so to speak, that the template's going to sit on the root directory of the MetaTrader folder. And that's going to be your, and you can save profiles that are the overall, includes the charts and everything. That's like the global template to the template. And that's, it's like AA. It works if you work it. And I can see these trend trades, but I can also see the obvious selling above this is an obvious thing, and I guess you could buy that. This is always going to be this 15-minute chart, so this is always going to be the right place to buy for the easy, quick money. And I think this indicator is going to give you, even though this is a bad sell, not a great sell, not a great buy. So I can see all these bad signals in here. Always the larger time frame is going to be the best fit. Unfortunately, then you don't get as many trades, but they're higher quality trades. Or at least you're not going to overtrade. When you say the smaller time frame, I think to get a robot to run on a smaller time frame, it would have to be heavily filtered. Not heavily, but you'd have to put a 10-period moving average. And then I would make, which this one is like a 1 crossing a 2 and a 2 crossing a 3. You'd have to make it like tight. 8 crosses the 10 crosses the 12. So when the market turns, I think, but see all that criteria to tell a robot to do all these things. Oh, that's a beautiful cell here. Like this is just a no-brainer. You'd sell here, you sell here, sell here, you sell. But this gravy train's going to be over soon because we're coming all the way back to here possibly. Could be very quick, straw McGraw. And I think the dream is that the robot could do this trade, but I just don't. I don't know. I mean, can he see the fact that if you take this out, you're going to have just a great buying opportunity? He stays short into that. We can see the flaws. I guess you could fade the robot. You can see the trades that say, well, it's blue, you should sell into this blue. How'd that work out? You just blew up the robot here. He sells into the blue. Oh, that was genius. But it is the 15-minute chart. But there are some amazing, look at this buy here, but those are fast trades. You got to be all over that thing. That's ridiculous in a way. All right, so back to the horror. I'm watching horror flicks. God, there's so many. Nobody's died on the set yet, though. I'm kind of disappointed. Only certain people could fuck stuff up. Yeah. Oh, look at that trend. Man, I tell you, you see stuff like this and you just say, God, that does work. That's amazing. Look at that. Buy. Yeah, I guess. Aren't we just retracing this giant crater? Look all the way back to Top Tick Tommy, bookends. Take out this, take out that. Wow, look at that. Vicious. Oh, you should sell. It's blue. Oh, you got burned. Yeah, 50-minute chart. Lower time frames need longer. So I just turned a hint of blue. Yeah, kind of smooth that a little bit. But you really got to be on top of this 15-minute chart. And cashing out all along the way. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to survive the bad trades unless you cash out of some of these obvious ones. Sure, it's fun to watch it on the tester because you can really think fast. You can just run this thing in the background at a slower speed, maybe half of real time, and say, yeah, I'd take that trade. You still have to take it though. And also everything I'm doing here presupposes that you never slept in your life. In other words, you're able to watch this 15-minute chart for a setup. I guess you could pick your time. Asia, you're looking for a setup in Asia to take. Yeah, maybe on the half-hour chart. Yeah, this would be rugged. You're awake 24/7. Yeah, it's the see a setup. Wait, oh, buy, sell, but it really is tough. You don't know who does that. Is anybody out there? If let me know in the comments if you're able to stay awake for 24/7 and take advantage of the no nonsense indicator that you wrote, template that you worked on for days on end. Yeah, I think I got it dialed in this time. It's working good now. Although my eyes are dried open, like Clockwork Orange trading. So you just get the eyedroppers out. We're gonna keep trading. Man, look how this day ends here. That was a good sell. What am I talking about? Look at this sell here. Sell into the blue. Sell, sell, sell. Wow, that was an explosion. Look at this thing rip. That's cute. Anyways, there you go. See, it's my big giant Christmas giveaway. Because Christmas is going to be expensive this year. What these fuckers, don't you like it when somebody, you loan somebody your car, or they steal your car. Sorry. Dominion steals your car and you're like, hey, they go, do you want it back? I go, I don't know. I go, where'd you drive it? Did you sit in it? Like, let's fuck that car up. So they're really fucking up this car. The Green New Deal. Are these people kidding? Carbon free. Dude, you got to kill yourself to go carbon free. Hey, don't talk to me. I'm in a jet plane. The solar planes. And, this Elon Musk. What a cocksucker. This guy. He gets a break from the Fed. He's got a green car. Man, the lithium batteries in this thing. Really? An electric car is the answer? Come on. I just love the smell of a diesel napalm. I love the smell of diesel. You're downtown. Oh, look at this beautiful sell-off here. Wow, look at that. Man, that thing's calling it out, that blue. Oh, that's the entry right there. Nick the low of the day. Oh, beautiful right there. Wow. That doesn't always happen. That bottom tick Tommy trade doesn't always happen. But that was good for a nice few. Oh, once again, down. So you get that. There is the trend traders. Okay, I'm buying again on this plunge. You got to nail that one. Hopefully you're awake. But this is the answer for moving averages and all that shit, because this is just a fucking smooth out trend. All this is. Wow, it's just too funny. This shit's too funny. Man, the world is coming apart. People, come on. Wait, I just can't believe I'm here. You're going to tell me that you're going to mandate. It'd be like me mandating that you use this fucking indicator. Like, you're not allowed to trade in the United States. Well, they did that. So they don't just forgot Frank Dodd-Frank, these fuckers, this fuck nut. How about I mandate Ashi trading? No broker. Like, you have to call up your broker and say, is this a blue trade or a green trade? Okay. You can trade here. What's the secret word? How many fingers am I holding up? And then, obviously, everybody, they got rid of the down thumbs on YouTube for these assholes, these corrupt fucking evil dicks. But apparently, you gotta fail upwards. So you gotta go for this complete, I mean, what's next? Bestiality. When are we gonna see people mandate bestiality? I'm just wondering. I'm just asking for a friend. I cannot believe the fucking... So trading to me seems like a really mild sport. More predictable than people's I guess we could have predicted some of this stuff, right? I'm seeing kids in the store, dude, with a mask on. You wouldn't fucking believe. Now, these people have money. So, the more people have money, dude, poor people ain't fucking wearing a mask. They don't. Where are you going to get a mask? You got to change it every half hour for it to be a real mask. Otherwise, it gets fucking all sorts of gross shit in it. Gee, I wonder why you're getting sick. It's crazy, dude. The flu's gone, right? That's not they're giving a flu shot at the grocery store. I'm like, some guy in a lab coat. What makes you more qualified? Because you're wearing the stupid ass lab coat? Get the fuck out of here. Look at this nice buy in Asia right here on my system. See, my trend system agrees with me. I bought this fucking pullback into the cloud in Asia. Right there. Just nailed it. All right. I gotta go. This is too much fun. The world is just, I can't fucking believe it. I cannot believe it.